at the end, what's important is not how I see things, but at the end, of what's important is what it is that a dealership is trying to achieve. And given my experience and our combined experience, then we can achieve that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Q the Next Leader. I'm your host, Angela Rizzo, and I'm really excited today to have a special guest. His name is Diego Vargas, and he's going to be joining VINCUE very soon. Actually, by the time you listen to this, he has already joined VINCUE as our Vice President of Dealer Services. Diego, welcome.
Hello, so excited. How are you?
So excited to have a chance to talk to you. To get to know you a little bit. Heard nothing but amazing things. And I think we should just start off by having you introduce yourself, what your career in automotive has been like, and let's just start there.
Absolutely. Well, listen, great to see you, great to talk to you. Geez, I started in automotive some 30 or so years ago, can't even add up the years, and went through all of the ranks, came from the finance world and decided to start selling cars like I'm sure a lot of the audience or dealerships have done, and then went through all of the different positions and got run a number of stores for quite a few years, and then joined, this SaaS or software information technology side of things, and have been doing that for the last 16 years. So, I've learned so much. It's been an incredible journey. It continues to be an incredible journey, and being able to help dealerships and learn from dealerships. And I think the world of this group of entrepreneurs, that continue to defy anything that comes across in our wonderful economy. So that's me. Excited to be here. Excited to be able to contribute to, with a little grain of salt, the industry and the dealership, and certainly VinCue. So happy to chat. So happy to talk.
I love it. It's so important. We hire folks that are going to be very, very close to the dealer, and they all have experience working in dealerships. I mean, because you really don't get it unless you've been in their shoes. Can you talk a little bit more about your experience working at a dealership and running dealerships, and then how you can apply that to your new role?
Well, first, again, I have so much respect for the dealer body and what it is that they've accomplished and what they accomplish. In working through the dealerships, as I think about it, I think that the most important part was the understanding that it was really a team. Okay, the dealerships the dealerships in which I experienced the highest success were those where the right culture existed. And the proper communication existed within that team. If we were able to assess what the need was and then work together, to accomplish the objective, then wonderful things happens. And it almost sounds like cliche-ish, but at the end, it's so true. There's no question about it. And I think that as I progressed in my positions and even into the positions that I've held in the software side of things, the same thing is true. If we were able to establish as we are able to establish the proper relationships with dealerships, and we're able to assess what needs exist and work together, with the right approach and culture, then wonderful things happened. I'm a curious person by nature. I enjoyed, at the end, our job at dealerships was to sell more cars and make more money and increase revenue, correct? So the study of the financial statement, the analysis of the statement, for the purpose of recognizing what was needed to be looked at or tweaked, okay, was always one of my favorite things. And that continues to be the case. I hope that I'm just excited that we'll be able to continue to do that, right, with dealerships, and understanding that at the end, what's important is not how I see things, but at the end, of what's important is what it is that a dealership is trying to achieve. And given my experience and our combined experience, then we can achieve that.
And I think about, the experience that you bring, that you're going to bring to VinCue. I'm very excited about that. And I know the whole team is very excited. But I feel like you could have really gone anywhere in automotive. What made you choose a role at VinCue?
Well, frankly, I was retiring, and I have seen what VinQ has been doing for a little bit of time now. Okay, I understand that technology moves fast, it's exponential. Okay, and I understand that being able to have our dealerships apply all of the technology, okay, is a difficult thing. And suggesting that the application should be, one way makes it that much more difficult. One of the things that I've enjoyed in studying the growth of VinQ is that it appears to be very nimble, and that is very important. It's very important, at least to me, in being able to help dealerships. I recognize that while data, okay, is very important, and the application of specific processes is very important, there are variables that should be considered. Let me give you an example. If I work at a Honda dealership and my people are very good at selling Hondas, and then a Toyota comes into the inventory, that might not be as good as selling. Yet the efficiency of that Toyota might be better than the Honda, but it might take longer to sell the Toyota, even though it's a more efficient vehicle. So, considering all of that, understanding those variables, and having the ability to define what is my priority as a dealer and utilizing the data is important. And VinQ has that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. Can you talk a little bit about your role at VinQ and how you see your role with dealers and evolving as you come on board?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's part of the reason, that I'm really excited about this. At the end, I believe I'm in the service industry, okay? And title or now title, at the end, we're here, and as technology moves and finds new pathways to be able to utilize those to serve the dealer, to serve this entrepreneurial, risk-taking, hard charging people. And in that role, I think that we need to try to be able to serve them as, the best way we can. So in this role, I'm gonna intend to do that to the best of my abilities, okay? And that encompasses a lot of different things. Okay, we have to make sure that the offering is in line, with the necessity of the dealership. We want to make sure that the onboarding process and utilizing the technology considers the need of the dealership and understands the objective that it has. We have to make sure that our communication with the dealer is proper and understanding, and holding some mutual accountability to the specific objective, right? Being true to purpose. We have to make sure that we get the feedback, and that we establish the culture that understands the feedback, and we can discuss, okay, what the potential need might be, and see if it's truly there. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm really humbled about it, by the way, and I mean that sincerely. I'm humbled that, yeah, I have a little bit of experience, but that I'm going to be able to do that and help the dealerships and get that feedback, and hey, let's take this even further. That's that's how I see it. Let's just go help out there, learn from them, and learn together and make it better.
And you live in California, correct?
I do. I live in California now, correct. We just came back to California. My wife retired a few years ago. She was also in the auto industry, and she's from Washington State. We decided to go back to Washington State, and we're there for 4 years. And we have a number of grandkids here in California, and kids, and that's most important than anything. So we came back, just a few months back, and back in the sun.
Exactly. That's great. That's great. Well, I'm hoping that you'll take a trip pretty soon to Kansas City. We can show off our tremendous city here and treat you to some barbecue.
I can't wait to do that. Learn to barbecue even further. I love it. That's
Well,
great.
I love this, and I'm wondering, before we close, is there anything else that you'd like to say? Because we're gonna publish this podcast shortly after you start, probably the first week of January. So we're getting ready to go to NADA. We're gonna have you in the booth. It's very exciting. You're gonna be our booth babe. Did you know that?
Okay. Well, you could have done a lot better, but okay, fine.
But is there anything you'd like to say about, your new journey or dealerships in general?
Hey, listen, I started in this journey, in the software information, again, technology side of things a long time ago, and really learned, okay, that at the end it isn't about us but the dealer, and I understand metrics, I understand applications, I understand different types of software, and I think that having the ability to maneuver that, hey, let's call it this way: vital few, trivial many. Okay? Vital few, trivial many. What do you consider your vitals? And would it make sense to look at an application that is nimble enough to help you in organizing your vitals? So that's us. That's VinCue. So let's look at this together, right? And take it to the next level. I'm really excited. I'm excited about it. I think we're going to do great things. I think we'll be able to help some people, which is most important. And by the way, everything that I've been exposed to thus far suggests that this is an incredible culture. Danny, Chris, you, everyone that have done that, and I'm so humbled to have the opportunity. So, really looking forward to it.